boy. Shout out to Fatty, man. Your platform, man. Hey, we had Pookie in the flesh over there to confirm what I've been saying. Like I be saying in the comment sections, look, I'm a ex-Pookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, bad women choose Pookies, bro. Bad women. You don't want that woman. We need to stop trying to act like these women are victims. These women know perfectly. They understand. They comprehend, bro. They know what they fucking getting themselves into. Now when the shit actually goes down, that goes on in a regular basis with Pookie, now all of a sudden they want to act like they victims. And a lot of you sucker ass niggas fall for that shit, bro. For real. By all definitions, I'm a Pookie. I was a Pookie. I had multiple women. I wasn't committing to women. I was in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned my life up by joining the military. You know what I mean? But it's like a bike. It's like riding a bike. You never forget that skill. I never forgot that persona. You know what I'm saying? The problem with a lot of these women in society is that y'all show too much. Y'all shelter y'all coddle these women like they're virtuous women when they choose a Pookie. Okay? What you should be doing is saying, bird, please, get the fuck on. That's what you, if you're an upstanding, productive man and you on a righteous path, right? Now, I try to live my life righteous now. If you are that type of man, you have no business with a woman who dates Pookies. There are black women out there that will not give the chance to Pookie. Pookie, I don't want to deal with you. Nah, you got shit going on. I don't even want to have sex with you. You got women out there that won't even have sex with a nigga like that. I know because I got turned down by a woman like that. She was in college. At the time, I was on my Pookie shit. You know what I'm saying? And she was bad, little cold, little piece too. And she told me no. And I respected that because I'm like, okay, damn. So that I don't even impress you, none of that shit, like, you know what I'm saying? She was not with it. Once she found out that I was hustling on the side, you know, because at the time, I ain't gonna lie, you spitting game on a bitch, you tell her you a little hustler and all that stuff like that, them panties fall off like chicken off the bone when you cook it right. Like, I'm telling you, them panties fall off. This is in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do, you ain't even really had to be too deep in the streets. You just had to sell a little weed here and there. And I'm telling you, them draws is coming off. And I was dealing with a woman from the suburbs, and her parents had left her a $1.5 million trust fund. And she loved my dirty draws. Understand something. Y'all dudes, this kind of squares that not used to really the dynamics and the politics of the hood. Understand something. There's women in the hood that tell hood niggas no. When they know that nigga is on some bullshit, they don't even want to fuck with that nigga. Now, some dudes can game a woman out of that. Hey, that has occurred. I know this for a fact. I know a bitch that had a boyfriend But most of the time, we pookies get the rap for the shit that a bitch is doing. And she's not fully cooperating with a pookie. Let's believe that. I know a dude who was in the streets who got shot in the stomach by his girl because he was out too late. And he was a real thoroughbred nigga. But that boy, I'm telling you, that dude was the big homie. You understand what I'm saying? He was, everybody looked up to that nigga. He got shot in the stomach. I also know a young boy who got shot up by police. And the girl was right at the little selling party. We inside these little selling parties. It's basically a potluck. People bring dishes, whatever, and they sell plates. You know what I'm saying? Might be $5, $10 a plate, and they sell shots at the party. That's why they call it a selling party. And it's usually when you at the tail end of your food stamps and you need a little cash. That's usually when the selling parties happen. But I want y'all dudes to know, y'all square men or men that don't understand the dynamics between Pookie and Ray Ray and the broads. A lot of times when broads don't mean, it's not they coming in virtuous, ooh, I can change him. They ain't trying to change that nigga. Most of these broads is not trying to change Pookie. They not. What they're trying to do is control Pookie. Okay? They don't want him to change the qualities about him that make him a Pookie. They want to be able to control, they want to have that control over them qualities. Okay? I know this for a fact. I got an auntie that date niggas straight out of prison. Niggas my cousin age. She was dating a nigga that was with the school with my cousin, bro. He was fresh out the joint. You know what I'm saying? Fresh out the pen. And not all pookies revel in that shit. Some pookies be trying to get young dudes like myself who got potential to be something better to get out of the game. That's another thing too. So when y'all come with this perspective that, oh, she just loved pookies and Ray Rays. Yes, a lot of females, they attracted, they make them moist, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Make them moist. But at the same time, right? At the same time, they not really in full cooperation with Pookie. They ain't cooking and cleaning for Pookie. They figure like this. A lot of times these females figure like this. Pookie and Ray Ray got enough bread to where we can eat out all the time. We don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta cook, clean, maintain the house. I ain't gotta do none of that. There are some men who have those women. Those women would ride or die. They would have been perfectly happy with a square dude. What's happening is what y'all seeing is a lot of birds that fuck with Pookie and Ray Ray. A lot of times they be extra. They be strippers. They be prostitutes. They be, man, listen, I lived in Vegas. I seen it all. I seen a dude who living off a chick and she pregnant with his baby and she out here working that stroll, bro. I seen shit like that. I used to do Obama phones when I was living in Vegas. So I've been through all the hoods in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? I've been in the hood most of my life. Yeah, these little young girls too. When they get a sense that you on that type of time, boy, they getting freaky in the living room. They don't give a fuck who house it is. You know what I'm saying? These little heifers be fast, bro. They not out here just doing the right thing, and then along comes Pookie and change and fuck them and traumatize them. A lot of these broads is lying on the game, bro. They lying on the game. They lying. I've seen Pookies get punched in the chest by that particular type of woman. I've seen broads pull a knife on Pookie. cuss him smooth out, call the police on him and tell him he got drugs in the house, trying to get him murked by the police. I've seen too much in the hood, bro, for y'all to sit there and put this all on Pookie. No, these are not good women, bro. They're not in full cooperation with Pookie neither. Some of the dudes, they may have that chick in check, but a lot of times it's because of under threat of duress. They really got this bitch scared to do something stupid. But that's not majority of the cases. Majority of the time, these broads, they're not good women. They're encouraging the nigga to crash out. They'll intentionally go and do something to get this nigga to crash out, bro. That's the truth. And so now with that truth, what you need to understand is this. You need to look sideways at these broads claiming victimhood. All these women that claim victimhood from a Pookie, look at them sideways. Trust me. I know this for a fact because I done talked to many of chicks. When I was on dating apps and all that. You know what I'm saying? And they try to come at me with that victimhood shit and I start asking questions. And the more questions I ask, the more they get dishonest. And it leads to more questions. So they not out here just being innocent women and we just preying on them. That's not the case, bro. A lot of times they seeking these niggas out. They trying to encourage him to be on that type of time. They want him on that type of time. Because they got this fairy tale in their head of a real street hood nigga. Why you think it's so many older women that be on Kendra G's and stuff like that want a man that's a little hood? Maybe he got a little past or something like that. This is the truth, man. That's why I be saying like Pookies, and to y'all Pookies, my Pookies out there, man. Pookies and Ray Rays out there. Stop just siding with these fucking females, bro. They playing both sides against the middle, bro. That's how they were able to get power in the first place. They play victim with the squares, the police officers, the upstanding men. They play on the system as if they victims and run your thing through the mud. And because of what you got going on or whatever, you might be an honorable dude in relationships, but you just do Pookie shit for a living, to survive or whatever. But they playing both sides against the middle, bro. We need to stop this beef between the square dude and the Pookies. We need to stop that shit, dog. They playing both sides against the middle. I see all the plays, bro. I see the plays. That's what they doing. They playing both sides against the middle. They act like a victim when they deal with Pookie. They act like a victim to the square dudes, and they emasculate the square dudes by promoting Pookie over them to keep y'all beefing. Because as long as y'all doing this, y'all can't come together. Y'all can't come together and stop all of this dumb shit and chaos that these bitches is doing. Now, I don't want to promote the Pookie lifestyle. I think it's not for everybody, and I don't think everybody should be trying to live up to that shit. But at the same time, especially y'all YNs, y'all gotta understand these broads, they are playing both sides against the middle. You are a means to an end. You are her villain origin story. You're just a part of her villain origin story. When she get tired of dealing with you, she gonna run up under a square and act like you was a poor father, act like you was doing all this weird shit and all that stuff like that. Now, some of y'all be doing some dumb shit because you trying to impress these little heifers. But I'm telling you, they playing both sides against the middle.